Do you supplement with iodine? If so, what dose and how often? Any other supplements you think are worth paying attention to? I don't personally. I sort of, when Dr. Berry and Dr. Bright are talking about like, hey, iodine, 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 you should use this. I was just like, oh, really? Should I? I mean, I guess it's not that big of a deal. And so I sort of maybe put like a drop or two of that sort of Lugel's iodine. I don't know what that dose is, what that comes out to be. And I sort of tried it, and I did that for a while. I didn't really notice any difference. I had already checked my thyroid though, and it was actually in optimal levels. So I wasn't too worried about it. So my view on it now is if you have an iodine deficiency, supplement with iodine. You should be able to get all this stuff from the meat that you're eating. Now, the meat that we're eating isn't the wild game that we grew up on, right? And so, and the fields and land that they're being raised on is not the Wild West that it used to be. So, there is that. And so it could be a difference in nutrient profiles and potentially with iodine as well. But you can check. If your thyroid is doing great, you're fine. If you check your iodine, your thyroid levels, if they're all fine, then you probably don't need to. You're getting everything you need from your food. Maybe you add in some organs and things like that. You add in some seafood and and those sorts of things. That'll jump that right up as well. So I don't think most people need to do that. I certainly don't feel the need to supplement with it. My thyroid does great. I haven't actually checked my iodine, but my thyroid's working well, and that's the whole point of taking iodine, is to support your thyroid. The other caveat is that Hashimoto's thyroiditis, we had a person on here before with that. That is one of the most common autoimmune diseases, and I see it all the time. It is really underdiagnosed. And that if you take iodine when you have Hashimoto's, it can actually exacerbate the Hashimoto's and make it worse and make your thyroid function worse. So be careful with that. So, if you may have something in the background, then iodine sort of makes it worse. Most people should be fine with it. And, does it make it worse in the context of a carnivore diet as opposed to just the standard diet? I don't know. I don't know if there's a difference in there, but that is what is, reported in the literature, is that you take iodine when you have Hashimoto's, it can make it worse. So just be mindful of that. If you have Hashimoto's, and your iodine's normal, really, I wouldn't worry about it. And I would avoid it. Eating food with iodine in it, fine, but, just taking excessive amounts, probably not fine. So, but yeah, just check your iodine if you need it, and you're not getting everything you need from the meat you're eating because the meat doesn't quite have enough of it because of how it was raised and where it was raised, fine. Have some iodine. I think for most people, it's perfectly fine and fairly safe. As Dr. Berry points out, people in Japan have much higher levels of iodine consumption just because of their normal seafood diet than people would get from a couple of drops of Lugel's iodine in their water. So personal choice, but I don't feel the need for it, and I certainly haven't seen the need for it in my own life. Check. That's the best way to do it. Hey guys, just want to take a second to thank our sponsor at Carnivore Bar. I don't promote many products because honestly, all you need to be healthy is to just eat meat. For those times that you're out hiking, road tripping, or stuck at work and you want a nutritious snack that is just meat, fat, and salt if you want it, the Carnivore Bar is a great option. So I like this product not because it's just pure meat, but also because I want the carnivore market to thrive as well. And the more we support meat-only products, the more meat-only products there will be available in the mainstream. So if this sounds like something you'd like to get behind, check it out using my discount code Anthony to get 10% off, which also applies to subscriptions, giving you 25% off total. All right, thanks guys. 11 months carnivore and still have HBP, high blood pressure, no sugar except in beef and bacon, Hashimoto's, low T3. So for Hashimoto's, you HBP, are we talking Hashimoto's or are we talking high blood pressure? I'm thinking you're saying high blood pressure. Anyway, so with Hashimoto's, you really want to just be red meat and water. That's how you're going to do the best. That's how you're going to get your antibodies down to nothing, and then you're hoping that your thyroid heals, because it's being damaged right now with your thyroid antibodies, the Hashimoto's antibodies. So you need to get those down and out. If you stay on a lion diet, just red meat and water, high fat red meat and water diet, then you will get those antibodies down. Hashimoto's is a stubborn one. Those antibodies linger around for a long time, especially when you get them into the lower regions. And but eventually they go away for most people. I mean, I do track my patients' antibodies, and I see these just come right down, and they keep going down until they're undetectable. When they are, your body's going to try to heal your thyroid, but it may not completely heal it all the way. There is such a thing as damage done. You get scarred, damaged tissue, and it's just not going to work properly. And so you may need to continue taking thyroid medication. But a lot of people are able to reduce their thyroid medication and potentially come off their thyroid medication. So, but just, if you have low T3, then you should probably take thyroid medication to correct that, because you have this damage to your thyroid. If HBP is indicating high blood pressure, not all causes of high blood pressure are to do with what we eat. You can check your homocysteine, though, and your B12. If your homocysteine is high, that can cause irritation of the vessels and cause contraction. And it can also, so that can cause high blood pressure. And, when you increase your B12 and your folate, that generally suppresses homocysteine. They sort of counterbalance each other. So you increase your B12 and folate, and homocysteine goes down. Eat liver. That's what that does. That's a great source of that. And you get your B12 up. And you don't have to eat excessive amounts of liver, just a bit, once a day, or 3 days a week, something like that, just as much as you need. And but not all causes of high blood pressure are dietary. So people can still have high blood pressure, may need high medications. There are other reasons and causes for high blood pressure. Those should be investigated. Most doctors just go like, blood pressure medications work, we don't need to investigate it. Why not? Because some of these things are reversible, you can address, and they cause other problems. And pheochromocytoma, 5% of refractory hypertensive patients have a pheochromocytoma, which is just pumping out adrenaline all the time. Okay, well, that raises your blood pressure, but also there's a lot of other things in your body that you don't want. And so it's important to get on top of that. So there are sort of three major causes of high blood pressure that can be addressed and reversed, and the rest you do with diet. And if something left over, take medications. That's not a bad thing to do if you need it. Kylie Criddle, thank you for the super chat. Will this diet repair my squashed brain lines received by my car accident? So possibly your like nerves, peripheral nerves, or maybe like axonal injury. Sometimes people get axonal damage, which are the wires coming down from the neurons. It can definitely help. The thing is that there is such a thing as damage done, but there are a lot of people that have dramatically improved their health and their neurological health from going onto a carnivore diet. And ketogenic diets in general, which a carnivore diet is a ketogenic diet. So if you do it ketogenically, then that has been shown to help heal from traumatic brain injury. So that's what you're talking about there. You had a car accident, and what sounds like a traumatic brain injury. And yes, that can help. How far you are distant from that injury, may mean that you get maybe more or less good out of it, but it's going to help you. It has been shown to improve TBI outcomes, traumatic brain injury recovery. Just running on ketones, just your brain running on ketones, it will run better because your brain likes ketones better. It works better on ketones. And you're getting more fat, you're getting more DHEA, or DHA, you're also getting more DHEA, but you're getting more DHA, EPA, and cholesterol in your body, and your brain is able to heal and it's able to run better, more properly. So yes, I would expect that to help. If there's permanent damage that can't be healed, then unfortunately it's not going to be able to, undo that. But the body can heal from so many things. And I've seen so many people that have had strokes 30 years earlier And Dave Mack, he has a YouTube channel. He had a stroke 30 years ago. He had weakness down his right side. And he'd done keto, he'd done Atkins, he had very stable neurology for 30 years. Now he's walking normally and he doesn't have the same amount of weakness. He says it's not perfect. It's not exactly where the left is, but it's a hell of a lot better. It doesn't hold him back like it used to. So it's 100% worth trying. And, so good luck with that. I hope that works out. So I'm just reading some of the comments here. Okay. So, all right. Well, good luck with that. It can absolutely help. It can just improve the energy of the brain as well. And even if it doesn't heal, some of the damage, if that damage is permanent, it can still really help a lot. And so good luck with that. I hope that really helps. Hey everyone, really happy to announce a new sponsor for the show and for everybody down in Australia, Stockman Steaks, who are delivering high quality grass-fed and finished pasture-raised beef and other meats, flash frozen and vacuum sealed to your door, something that I've been enjoying a lot of myself recently as well. They also have a great range of specialty items such as high-fat keto mince and carnivore beef and organs mince with liver, kidneys, and beef heart as well. So use code Chaffee today for a free order of beef mince or another specialty gift along with your order at stockmansteaks.com.au, and I'll see you over there. Thanks, guys. Keto Tibet, thank you for the super chat. Hi, Dr. Chaffee. A significant association between low or lowered cholesterol levels and violence is found across many types of studies. Why do you think that's the case? Love the carnivore zen. Appreciate what you do. Yeah, I've seen that as well. And depression and mental health issues as well. I think that's exactly it. Your brain is made out of cholesterol. Your body's made out of cholesterol. Your hormones are made out of cholesterol. You are unhealthy if you don't have enough cholesterol. That is just a fact. And that's a fact that the drug companies and, and the sugar companies have been trying to hide from you for the last 60, 70 years, but it's true. And so this is not something that you want to play with. And so I think that's why you're just unhealthy. Your brain's not working properly. You don't have the physical structures that can help you properly. You're also doing other things that to lower. You're doing things that lower your cholesterol. You're eating a certain way that lowers your cholesterol. That's also going to cause other problems. You're eating low fat, high carb diets, and your body doesn't work properly. Your brain doesn't work properly. You're not eating enough meat, and your brain doesn't work properly. There's that study out of Oxford in 2008 where they found that after 5 years, vegans' brains, it shrank by over 5%. Right. So you're not getting enough B12. You're not getting enough of these other things as well. Your brain's shrinking. Your axons are myelinated with cholesterol. So if you don't have enough cholesterol, your brain doesn't work properly. Your body doesn't work properly. Your hormones aren't able as abundant. You can't make them. You're going to have a lot of problems. In fact, that might just be one of the things right there. People say it's like, oh, when their testosterone is super high, they get roid rage, and yeah, that's possible to freak out if you're just completely off the charts on your hormones. But if you're off the charts on the other direction, if your testosterone is too low, you also get really agitated and really aggressive and really angry, and you're really sharp and you like snap at people. And so I've spoken to so many doctors that deal with that sort of hormonal side of things, and they have men that have low testosterone, and they say that you put them on some testosterone, you just bump that up into more youthful numbers, and their wives come in with them next time and go, "Thank you, he's so much nicer now." And so, that could be part of it as well. If you don't have enough cholesterol, you don't have enough testosterone. Testosterone is made from cholesterol. And so if you don't have enough cholesterol, you're not making enough testosterone. If you're getting a bunch of plant oils, they have plant sterols, that's plant cholesterol, and that lowers our cholesterol because our body thinks we don't need as much cholesterol. And so you don't make as much. You can't make hormones out of plant sterols. So you're not going to make hormones properly, and you're going to have low testosterone, and you're going to be grumpy, and you're going to be grouchy and angry and all that sort of stuff. And obviously that can lead to violence as well, although it doesn't always. But yeah, I think that those are some significant reasons why that could be. Your genes, they all code for proteins. They're all those little base pairs, they're all coding for specific amino acids that link in a chain. You have this big long chain of amino acids, and then it folds in a complex manner, and that goes off and does things. and that runs your body. That's what we're made out of, right? We're made out of these amino acids, all the different molecules your